Finding music scores or recordings in the library can be tricky. This short tutorial will show you the best way to search the library catalog, available from the library's home page. If you're looking for a score or recording, the best way to search the catalog is to type in the name of the composer and select the Author Sorted by Title option. For example, let's look for a score of Beethoven's First Piano Sonata. This Author Sorted by Title search gives us a list of works composed by Beethoven, organized alphabetically. Notice that every entry begins with Beethoven's name and birth and death dates. After that is the title of the work. We're at the beginning of the list, so we're seeing titles that start with numbers. We can see the next page of results by clicking on the Next button. And on the second screen, we're still looking at titles that begin with numbers. We haven't even hit the titles that start with the letter A yet. We could keep clicking through all of the screens, but especially with prolific composers, it will take a while. So let's look at a faster way of moving through this list. I'm going to run my search again, but before I do that, I need to copy the composer's name and dates. This time, I'll paste Beethoven's name and dates in the search at the beginning and add the word sonatas at the end. Why don't I type in piano, since we're looking for a piano sonata? Here's the trick. Musical works with more generic titles, like sonatas, concertos, symphonies, etc., are almost always alphabetized according to the type of piece it is. So if we were looking for a flute concerto, I would type in the composer's name and dates and the word concerto, not flute. In the title list, it will fall under C for concerto, not F for flute. And here you can see the search results. I'm still in the alphabetical list, but I've jumped directly to the sonatas. Look how they're organized, alphabetically by the instrumentation. The clarinet sonatas come first, then flute, then horn, then piano. And down the list, I see the title I'm looking for, Beethoven's First Piano Sonata. It looks like we've got 4 items with this title. I won't know if they're scores or recordings until I look at the next screen. And here I can see that the last of these 4 items is a score of the First Piano Sonata. But this isn't the only score of this piece that we have at IC. Let's go back to that list of works. Back at the list of sonatas, we can see that along with the title for the First Piano Sonata, there is also a title of Sonatas Piano. Since this has no additional description at the end, we can be sure that every item with this heading will contain all of Beethoven's piano sonatas, including the first. While the list contains lots of recordings, it has a number of scores as well. These scores will also contain Beethoven's First Piano Sonata. Let's do another search, this one for Rodeo by Aaron Copland. I'm going to do an initial search on Copland and make sure my search option is Author, Composer, Sort by Title. Here's my alphabetical list of titles by Copland. Since Rodeo is a more descriptive title than a sonata or concerto, we can look for that title under the R's. So I want to jump through the list quickly again. I'll copy Copland's full name and dates and run the search again. This time adding the word Rodeo at the end. And we pull up everything we have of Rodeo, including items that just have individual movements, like Buckaroo Holiday or Hoedown. Let's try one more search. For this search, I want to find the Magic Flute by Mozart. I'll follow the same steps, beginning with an initial Author Sorted by Title search. I'll copy his name and dates and run the search again, this time adding the word magic into the search after his name and dates, so I jump directly to the M's.